Somebody is asking, when we are doing research, there are students who are also working in lab, and they are population in transit. So the whole development process is not in front of them, but they know some part of the IP. So how should one handle kind of IP infringement possible with students working in your lab?
So that's a good question. And that's really a policy question for the management. In US universities, when a student works in a lab, then all the work, just like the faculty member, all the work that is done by the student also belongs to the university. So if MNIT faculty and MNIT students are developing technology, then everything is owned by MNIT, including the students' work. And there is a revenue sharing formula. So what that means is that MNIT owns all the IP, but then even if 100 rupees comes in typically in most US universities, 40 to 50% of it is shared with the inventors. So if 100 rupees comes in, then 150 is kept by the university. That 50 is shared with the department and with the university administration in some formula. And the other 50% goes to the professors and goes to the students. So there is a sharing formula. But in order to avoid this problem of where students, their contributions, do they really fall in, do they belong to the faculty? Do they belong to the institute? In order to avoid these kinds of issues, we have a clear, most universities in the US have a clear policy about that. Now, as a practical matter, the students, when they work in a lab, they get some knowledge, they get some training, and what is in their mind, they can take that with them. There's nothing to stop. You cannot stop a student from what they learn and where they go. That's just what it is. However, what the students cannot do is download some 10 gigabytes of code that they wrote and take it with them. That's where the problem comes in. However, all the techniques and everything they've learned in their mind, that's just part of their education. That's the way we deal with it. Maybe that's not the right way to deal with it. Maybe there's some other different models, but you're right. How to properly recognize and incentivize students in addition to the faculty is a very important issue.